Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision crafted performance.
Take your vibes on go, 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 go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
My name is Lily, and I've had hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, for years. I finally found some relief since taking Cosentyx. Relief means I can show up more.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Business owners, meet Progressive Insurance. They make it easy to get discounts on commercial auto insurance and find coverages to grow with your business. Quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliated and third-party insurers. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Spotify Apple Pandora. As always, if you want to see the visual, the YouTube is THA, real JANELL. That's what I get started. Only a few minutes early though. So usually I start, with the intro and then I do a song. So y'all come on in. We about to just go ahead and get it popping.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we live every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So that's the couch every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you said it.
We hit the jackpot this time.
Big time, giving up the music to me straight off the front line, I'm not lying. And watching my mama cry up in that courtroom. And the judge just dismissed me like I was dumb too. And the bailiff looked at me like, what you gon' do? My mind is fucked up, so all I'm thinking is I'm gon' shoot. Then reality set in like it was supposed to. Cat calls down the hall, that's what them folks do. Brown bag, bologna sandwich in them jumpsuits. My cellmate just did 100 years on some dumb shit, damn. Is this the end of the days? Cause living in a cell is just like being in a grave. If ain't no money on your books, then you ain't eating shit. You better pray that you can mail a penitentiary gift. And for them lonely days, a visitation list from your family and your friends, that's a major lift. And your spirit, all the drama on the yard, you wanna forget it. Yeah. Behind these walls is different, and you wouldn't understand if you didn't live it. Ay, big time, I did big time. Ay, and they took me off the front line. I'm still scarred from doing my time. And And everybody said I should let go. I'm trying, but it did something to my mental. In or out the pain, you know, stand 10 toes. You know, now you know, I hold my own, that ain't wrong. And I know I gotta think different, cause if I don't, then I guess I be the same nigga. Wait, I'm tryna let it go. I'm tryna be a better person so I don't have to get physical. I gotta get my mind right for the limelight. I don't care who judging if they don't know doing time love. Tryna be an example to my fans and all my peoples and my nieces and my nephew. Big time, I did big time. Sitting in the cold cell in the daytime. Your time be fine, but it's not like the world, no. Big time, I did big time. Giving up them years that tell me straight off the front line, I'm not lying. Been watching my mama cry up in that courtroom. Then the judges dismissed me like I was dumb too. Then the bailiffs looked at me like, what you gon' do? My mind is fucked up, so all I'm thinking is I'm gon' shoot. Damn, is this the end of the days? Cause living in a cell is just like being in a grave.
Period. Y'all, if you don't already know, it's prison jail felon talk this whole week on the couch. So if you don't want to hear about it, now is the time to dismiss yourself, because this happens every month on the couch, and we're gonna do this. Okay. Now, can you tell everybody who you are and where you're from?
My name is Latosha Craine, and I'm from Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, prison jail felon talk, where do you fall in that category?
Well, back in 2004, I left and went to prison, and I was gone till 2009.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how much time did you do?
I did 5 years.
5 years. What did you originally get arrested for?
They were drug charges.
Okay. What was the most, what was your experience like in prison? How old were you when you went?
Well, I was 28 when I left and went to prison.
Okay.
And my start out, you know, I was selling drugs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what led me to prison.
Mm-hmm.
I also was in a gang. Is in a gang.
You said is in a gang. The fuck.
You know, I come from the neighborhood, do 7 Roots. You know, I grew up on the east side of the hood, from my grandma's house in Crescent Hills.
Okay.
Throughout the hood.
Thugged out.
Yeah, I'm an east side baby,
Okay, so what was your life like growing up before you went to the pen? What was you into before that? You said you were selling drugs. Who got you into that?
I was selling drugs. End up dealing with a lot of wrong people. My baby daddy, you know, he was a drug dealer back then too.
You feel like that was your biggest influence?
No, I started on my own.
Okay.
I started on my own, like, literally, like, as a young age. I used to see my mom sell drugs. I grew up on Northwest 10th, the 10th block, 10th dime block, the dime block, as they call it now. And growing up through that age, my mom was selling drugs. Then I left and got put in DHS custody. I went through the trials and the tribulations of the white folks.
Now, I want to pause you right there.
Oh, sorry.
And no, it's okay. That's not why I'm pausing you.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to ask you what made you say that.
Because at that time, DHS, they are people that come to your homes. Sometimes they come on good standards, and sometimes they come just to break up a happy home. At this time, my mom left and went to prison, and I had nowhere to go.
So do you feel like they was in the wrong and they was in the right?
They helped me, because I ended up getting into a program where they put youth offenders into their own apartment. So at the age of 17 to 18, I got into my own apartment.
Okay. You know, I experienced going to DHS. That's why I asked, you know. And it really wasn't, you know, I wasn't really even mad that they took me. You know, I was in a fucked up situation, but it was the things that I had to go through.
Yeah, that's
like,
solid.
damn, I'm still getting raped. I'm still getting like this. I'm still getting beat up. It was like, damn, you put me out of a fucked up situation to be in an even more fucked up situation because I don't know these people. I at least know who fucking me over on this end. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I understand, you know, I felt that when you said that, for sure.
So once they got me the apartment, they kept coming out there, and then it was like, I ran away to my brother's family. Yeah, the best family ever, the Owens family. Give a shout out to y'all.
Hey, shout out
for
to y'all
always
Owens
welcome
family.
me into your home,
Period.
your grandmother.
That's dope.
So they took me in, and
do you feel like because of, you know, how your mom was growing up with you, that was the reason why you ended up the way you ended up? Or it shaped you a little bit?
I really, I grew up faster than what I was supposed to grow up. You know, I didn't have no guidance.
It wasn't my choice, though.
No, but I did. I mean, I did a great job. You know?
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah.
It was my choice. I had to do what I had to do by all means. You know. So.
Facts. That's real. Now, after you got out, you've been out how long before you caught another case?
So, I have been out, the next case I caught after I got out in 2009, I caught one in 2013.
So what's that one about?
That case I caught back in 2013, dealing with the wrong people again. You know, we say what we not gonna do when we in prison. That's what you hear everybody.
Yeah.
And many a days of those 5,479 days that I was in prison, I seen people come back all the time, and I was like, "Ooh, Lord, I ain't going back." I ain't going back. But you know, by the grace of God, in 2013, I caught a case. The police ran up in my house.
Did they serve you a warrant?
Yeah, they served the warrant.
Okay.
They served the warrant. And when the police ran up in my house, at that time, I separated my house because I had kids, and I moved to another house.
So you was living there by yourself, basically, at the time?
At the other house. I lived at the other house.
The one that they came in?
Yeah, no, the kids lived there.
Oh.
At this time, now my kids are like 16, 14,
right,
and like 9 or something. And so I moved to another house, and at that time I still continued to do the streets, and then my mom lived in Texas, and she needed a place to go, and so I went to Texas and got her and moved her to that house,
one that I
was living in, and gave that house to her so she'd have a place to live.
Wow.
And then they raided. By this time, it's 2014.
Wait, the one that Mama's in?
The one Mama's in, yes.
Okay. So Mama sleep, probably minding her business.
Yeah, she
you know
probably was. You know, I was going back and forth to court on the first case. I tried to get into a program to stay free. I hired an attorney, Jeff Fox. He said he's going to keep me free. You know, I paid him $20,000 to keep me free.
Yeah. Now, what made you feel like you needed to... Okay, so do you feel like, okay, I'm guilty. What's the situation surrounding that?
Well, the charges from 2013, they're mine. I'm guilty. You know, I got caught with some weed. At that time, I was selling PCP.
Right.
You know, I was just doing the street things, you know?
Right, yeah.
And had no business.
But you said...
Now that I look at it now, I had no business.
Griselda.
Yeah, so then, like I said, 2014 roll around. By this time, I kind of slacked up on what I was doing anyway. You know.
What made you slack up? You were just like...
I didn't want to go to prison. I didn't want them to raid my house again and put my kids through that again.
Right.
I just didn't want to go through all that, and I was just ready to, get it over with.
You was like, fuck all that. I don't want to look behind my back.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, because, I mean, some people run, and some people like, you know what, I don't want to keep having to do this. I'm tired. I'm getting old. I'm not about to, let's go ahead and get this over with so we can go and move on to the next step. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. Now, so you fight in this case, but what part do you feel like you need to fight if you're guilty of?
Well, anybody that get in trouble, you're going to have to defend yourself. You got to fight. Okay. You always got to fight. Either you're going to get a public defender or you're going to get an attorney. So I just chose to get an attorney to feel more safer.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
So then in 2014, they raided my mom's house.
They came back?
Yeah, they came back.
Okay, so they fucking with you.
Yeah, they basically, and when they raided her house, remind you, the first house that they raided, I moved out that house and moved to another house in Dale City. Hadn't been in this house like one day. The day that they raided my mom's house, I hadn't been in the new house, and when I gave her that house, I moved to another house.
Wow.
So they raided her house, and I guess, well, not that I guess, I had a police report. They asked her basically, where am I at? They asked her, like, where I'm at. So she shows the police where my new house is. And they kick in that door at like 7 in the morning.
And that was after the mental health pledge and all of that?
No, I end up pleading into...
So this is all coming after?
Yeah, that comes
after.
Okay,
wait, no, get back to... They kicked in the door.
Yeah.
Mama?
Yeah, they kicked in Mama's door. But I didn't know they had kicked in Mama's door that morning until I went to jail and my kids told me, like, they kicked in Granny door too. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they was after you.
Yeah, so they was. So I end up going to jail for some charges that wasn't mine. Come to find out, they wasn't mine, because in my new house they said they found some, but they didn't find nothing. The charges that they charged me with was with my mother's crack pipe, her razor, and her residue that they raided out her house that morning, and they left her there.
Now, and I've been actually keeping track of this. I've noticed that Oklahoma police have been really targeting prior convicted felons.
Bad.
And especially violent prior convicted felons. They've been putting charges on them that's similar to what they already had, or something that's going to open and close book. So do you feel like that's kind of what's happening to you? Do you feel like they're kind of targeting you?
Back then, yeah, they did. They did, because like I said, I got pulled over numerous of times. Just the police see in my car. They busted a UE on me. I could be at the car wash washing my car. They pull up on me. They did it numerous of times. You know.
Now, what happened whenever you did the mental health court?
So, after the police raided my mom's house, the DA tells my attorney that now I can get into a program if I take my mom's case, which was the 2014 case.
So they told you, you know what, I know this ain't your crack pipe, it's your mom's, but we're going to put it on you anyway. But if you do this program, your mom won't get in trouble, and you won't get in trouble either. How was it said?
My attorney, we were at court, and he said that they want you to take your mother's case, the crack pipe and the razor and the residue case, in order for you to get into a program.
So how could that be a stipulation? So you take somebody else's case, and then I'm going to let you in this program. what? Not, I'm going to let you in this program because you need this program and this is what it's going to be. But take your mama's case.
They were trying to send me back to prison.
What was your first thoughts whenever you heard that?
It kind of killed my heart. Like, dang, I gotta take my mom's case to just be free. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and take her case. I'll take her case. So I can be free, I'll take her case. And he was like, I'll be on 15 years suspended sentence on this program once I complete this program. I'm like, dang, I gotta be on probation too.
Right. They didn't tell you till after you said, okay, I will.
I'm like, dang, I gotta be on probation too. So I'm like, okay, well, anything to be free. All right, I'll go ahead and plead into the female diversion program. And I pled into female divergence program February the 23rd, 2015.
And how was that program treating you?
I really can't tell you too much about the program because I was only in the program for 6 months. And they felt that because I was already dealing with Red Rock / North Carolina before they turned over, I was already seeing them. And they had a mental health program. And which was the program that the lawyer was trying to get me in from the beginning, that they wouldn't let me in. They was trying to send me to prison.
Right.
And so I was just only in that program for 6 months, so I really wasn't in it long.
So did they pull you from the program or you graduated?
I got transferred from that program over to the mental health program.
Okay, so once you got to the mental health program, what did they do from that point?
Well, like when you plead into the female divergence program, you go to court once a week. And I went to court and the DA and the mental health people felt that I needed to transfer over and told
Because
me,
they felt like it was a mental health issue?
because I was already dealing with mental health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Did you
said
agree with that?
Yeah, because they said it was the program would benefit me more.
Then incarceration?
Yeah, the incarceration, and I was already going to them. So.
Okay. Okay. So, what did they focus on more whenever you were in that program?
They focus on staying sober. They focus on a lot of staying sober, keeping a job, and they UA people.
Now, are you still currently in that program?
No, I graduated from that program in 2016.
Okay, so that solved all your problems and your case ended up right there, right? Like
No.
you said?
No, it didn't. No.
Okay, so what happened after you graduated?
So, why? So the mental health people them decided that the courts decided that the mental health program would benefit me and that I could transfer over to that, and told me the good benefits that the mental health court has, and told me that if I accept the mental health court, that they would call the attorney that I had hired for the female diversion program, which was Jeff Fox, and let him know, and then we'll take it from there. And then Jeff Fox called me and told me that was the program that he was trying to get me in, and that once I successfully completed that program, that I wouldn't be on any paper time or anything. I would be able to get a pardon, get my record clear, go on with my life. Be like, stay out of trouble, Latosha. You know, that's a great program. It benefits you, just like they told you.
And that was like around May?
That was in like July, because I ended up calling him after I pleaded into the mental health program and seeing that the state of Oklahoma filed a application to revoke on me.
Now, when they file application to revoke on you, what, for the people that don't know, can you tell them what that means?
Well, application to revoke means if you mess up, if you violate the program, any mess up, anything that causes you to mess up, they can file an application to revoke on you at any time. And when they file an application to revoke on you, an application to revoke meaning that Department of Corrections, because Department of Corrections is the person that when you're on a suspended sentence or sometime a deferred sentence and you have to report, they make you report to DOC. And so
that's basically like you didn't complete the program, like you failed, like you did something wrong.
Yeah, at that time I asked the mental health people why did they file an application to revoke on me, and I was upset and mad. Mm-hmm. They never told me why they did it. They just gave me 20 hours of community service and said I was disorderly conduct. I was like, oh my God.
And they never gave you an example of what the disorderly conduct was from? What you did? What was there a write-up that came with it? Isn't there supposed to be a write-up? Or now, one thing I know that whenever I was locked up, and I know it's not the same program, but any type of program you in, they got to have a paper trail. Like if you saying that I did something wrong, you have to write that up. Well, I have to have the right to fight it, know about it, and all of that. So did you have that?
The only thing they gave me was a copy of my 20 hours of community service for crying my eyes out, asking why y'all revocated me, what did I get this for?
But there's no real...
Yeah, it's
20 hours.
20 hours. It don't say nothing on there, but...
It don't say the why, what you did, what... It's supposed to have like a number of what... Like if you did something, it comes with a number. Like, it's a number in there. Yeah. And that's how you write it up, and it's supposed to show you everything. This don't show you nothing.
And it's just the community sentencing paper where I did the 20 hours for them. So at that time, I go ahead and successfully complete the mental health program.
This is how you know the system is fucked up. They don't give a fuck, especially if you have already been convicted before. They know that you're going to pay this money to stay free. They know that you're going to do what it takes to stay free. They going to throw you through all these hoops. Look at all this shit that she had to go through when she graduated her program. Then look, the certificate, what date was this? May 16th. When did they give you that?
They gave me the community service hours April the 18th, 2016.
So right before. Boy, everybody is blowing me up. What y'all got going on today?
The system's crazy.
So they gave you community service before you graduated?
Yes, and I still made honor roll.
That is fucked up. So honor roll would basically mean to me that you was in this program doing everything, that you was a stand-up person.
Man, I did it the way that they wanted me to do it. So.
And you've never had an incident where they was like, I'm writing you up, or I'm doing this, I'm taking your level, or?
No. I did all the phases. Phase 1, 2. It's 4 phases, 3, 4.
And graduated in honor roll.
And I also left with my motion to dismiss and recall warrant, and to dismiss my application to revoke the suspended sentence, which is the 15 years sentence.
Right.
That I currently still have on me on the female diversion.
After they said that after you were done with the program, they said congratulations to you. But after they said that when you're done with the program, you're going to be able to, this is going to be out of your jacket, done, you good. Now they hitting her with all type of shit to where, like I said, they make you jump through hoops. They know that you're going to fight. They know you're going to spend this money because you want to be what? Free. That's how they get us. This is how they are getting us. And I'm not just saying us like black people. No, I'm saying us as anybody that's ever been locked up. Anybody that's ever fighting a case. Anybody that's ever just been a felon. Never been to prison, jail, or anything. You just a felon. That can happen too. Any of us. They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
They want this money. They doing everything they can to make you stay in the system in this revolving door, so they can get this revolving money. You're a for sure check. I'm a for sure check. If you've never been locked up or anything, you're not so much as a for sure check. So this is how they getting us. A lot of us that's prior convicted felons are fighting even harder to be free than we did when we was in prison. We're fighting even harder now because we want to be free. We want to stay free. But they doing everything to hold us back, to keep us where they want us. They said we was free. Now I'm talking about the slaves. The fuck? It seems like we all still slaves. Anybody that's ever been locked up, you are a slave to the system still. And I know there's some people that's like, oh no, fuck that girl, they ain't doing me like that. I said that too. And 9 years later, matter of fact, right before I hit my 9 years out, they came and fucked with me for no reason. And they will do that. And it's right here in paper, in your face. She showed you all the certificates she got, the honor roll she got, and still, and there's no paper trail on what she did wrong, but she had to do community service. You think she's gonna get her time back? No, I'm talking about her time from her life that she took to do that community service. No. You think they're gonna reimburse her with money? The most they'll do is be like, oh, you know what, you right. After she pays all this money for a lawyer and they push it, and you got to pay all these court fees because they pushed it so motherfucking much. Now it's court fees and all lawyer fees, and now finally y'all saying, oh yeah, she was right. Oh bitch, I was right. But do I get my money back from my lawyer? Do I get reimbursed? Do I get a refund? When you get bad service anywhere else, don't you get a refund? Ain't the customer always right? Why can't we?
With the system,
yeah.
When it comes to the system, they say we're never right.
We're never right unless we got a lawyer that can prove that we're right. That's just real.
But they can lie on you.
Mm-hmm.
They can lie on you because just like they lied on me and said that I messed up in the female divergence program when I was only in this program 6 months. And it took 5 years for me to actually visually to see it on paper that the state of Oklahoma filed an application to revoke on me and then lied on the document and said that I failed to follow the rules and conditions of the female divergence program. How can you lie? I never messed up. But this is a legal document that it's okay for them to lie.
But when we lie, that's another charge. My detective that's on my case lied. He said he didn't call nobody else. He only called me one time. I can pull up on my bill that he called me 30 times in a row, so I blocked him because he called me so much harassing me. Like, why do you keep calling me back to back? I told you I don't know what you're talking about. Goodbye. That's in black and white. You think they give a fuck? You think they give a fuck about?
They'll lie to do whatever they need to do to take us down.
Okay. And guess what? Because of who they are, they're going to look like they're right all the way to the fucking end. And even if if they get proved wrong, guess what? They still going to be like, oh, she somehow got over on us. You was right, Tom, Jack, Peter, Cynthia. You was right. For real. That's what's happening. And some of you guys are naive to think that, oh, that's not happening. It can't be happening to all of them. Seriously. Yeah. It fucking can. Mm-hmm. And when you don't believe that something like that can happen, that you the one that's not woke. I'm sorry, but you need to wake up. It's time to wake up. Yeah. It's too much going on. What year do you guys remember planes just coming out almost every month? Out of the sky. Seriously. What year do you guys remember that? Except for 2025. This is the year that you better start motherfucking waking the fuck up. If you didn't wake up before, baby, you better wake up now. You better wake up now. The system is just getting started. They just getting started with the fuckery. They just getting started.
System is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna do whatever they can do to cover themselves.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Now, what you fighting is, do you have anybody that has your back, you know, your family that's helping you fight this? And
yeah, shout out to Kenny Hill.
Hey.
My uncle, paralegal. He been doing a great job. He been helping me with this for the last 5 years, doing it by myself.
I know that's exhausting, 5 years.
It's a lot of paperwork, a lot of filing. I done filed so much. I done filed for a sentence modification. The DA didn't show up. The judge Palumbo, she didn't want to hear the story. She said it's messed up. You know, don't nobody want to fix the problem. And they did.
And why do you think they don't want to fix the problem?
They don't want to fix it because they messed it up. It's hard to get the system to mess up. To fix they fuck up.
Yeah. But when it come to us fucking up, they quick. They quick, faster than a hurt. They damn near like the Flash. You would have thought they was a motherfucking Marvel character. Baby, I'm not about to play with them.
Yeah.
That's why we have to do what we can to speak out about what's happening. I'm glad you wasn't scared to come and tell what's going on with you. Motherfuckers need to know this. Because the more you hear about these stories, the more the more you'll start to realize, oh, okay, now everybody not making it up.
No, it's not. You know, I successfully completed a program that, you know, it's not supposed to be on my record. I'm not on any paper time. And I deserve for my record to be clean, you know, after I graduated. And I should take, you know, the guidelines and the rules and regulations of the mental health court, because that's what I successfully completed. Mm-hmm. This other program that's holding me over my head that I was only in for 6 months and I got transferred out of, that they just able to lie on me, it's not right.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's real.
So I'm still fighting.
Yeah. How long are you willing to fight until you get this off you?
I'm fighting. It's no giving up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know, it's no giving up. They say that I'm still on paper until 2030, but Department of Corrections say I've already discharged the sentence in 2016.
They said, thanks for exposing the corruption. Exactly. Exactly. Because they need to be exposed. It's no reason why they get to hide. It's no reason why they get to hide. When we caught our cases the first time, did we get to hide? And if we did hide, didn't they catch us?
Yeah, but...
And we got held accountable?
Mm-hmm.
So they need to be fucking held accountable. They need to be held the fuck accountable. For real.
They talk to us like... I've been feuding back with the public defender in the DA's office, and the way that they talk to me, like... basically, like... They transferred me from the program and filed an application to revoke on me and didn't send me to prison. And I completed the mental health program, but I stop them in their tracks every time when they get to the part when they say, we didn't send you to prison. I say, I didn't mess up. You didn't have no reason to send me to prison, so why y'all lie on this document? That's the question I want to know.
Yeah. Seriously.
Why y'all lie?
Because they didn't want you to be successful. Mm-mm. They was like, you know, we're going to go ahead and... That's why they didn't tell you. That's why they took so long to tell you.
But what I know now, if I knew... I hate that I didn't know this then. And it's kind of messed up because I have a learning disability. I do. I'm actually at the age of 48. I'm in GED class trying to get my GED now.
Congratulations. That's big.
It's just, it's been trials and tribulations, taking care of kids by myself, and, just a lot of things, stopped me, but I finally got to it. And I'm in it now, and my success is to be graduating at the beginning of June. So, shout out to me.
Yes, I'm hoping that you get it.
But I'm more street knowledge than educated. And I pray every day wishing that back then I was more educated where they didn't play me. Because I had up to 10 days to say what I had to say and whatever. So now, like I said, it's taking me longer to get it fixed. But
because that 10 days turned to what, 5 years, you said?
Since 2016. 9 years now.
I thought you said 5. That's how long I've been out.
Yeah.
February 12th, maybe 9 years.
Well, I done filed for, after I completed the program, I filed for a pardon, and then the Pardon and Parole Board sent that back and told me to file for a confrontation. With that being, the Pardon and Parole Board thought I was incarcerated because the 15 years suspended sentence with the application to revoke holding me over my head. After they filed the application to revoke, I actually was supposed to go to prison. So that lets you know how the system does stuff behind your back, because the day that they filed the application to revoke was the day that I pleaded into the mental health program, and I didn't find that out until 5 years later.
So even with what you know now, and if you knew it back then, how would you have known that they did that? To fight it for the 10 days.
Because when you do a plea agreement, you have so many days to take your plea back.
Oh, okay. So you did a blind plea?
No. That's with any plea. Any plea that you do, you can take that plea back after a certain amount of days.
Ooh, I don't know about a plea bargain.
Yeah, like when I say plea, like not now plea telling, you tell it. You a snitch, you tell it. So let's get these pleas different.
Yeah.
Okay, so my plea agreement was I was gonna plead into female diversion, but I was only in it 6 months and got transferred into the mental health program. And when I transferred to the mental health program, once I successfully completed the mental health program, everything was supposed to go away, go off my record. Right. I'm able to get a pardon. I'm able to get my life back.
Right.
But unfortunately, that didn't work for me. I'm still fighting with 15 years on a program that I have no ties to.
Facts. Like, who is this person that you're saying did it? It's especially when it comes to the system, what they're supposed to have, what they're not doing in this case. Of course, we see they're supposed to have a real paper trail to show you what you're doing wrong. What happened? You got a jacket for a reason. And if you looking in your jacket and it don't show you what's coming from where, then they fucking with you. They doing something fucking with your time. And that's what we don't like being done. We done already did time. Why would you fuck with my time that I got? Now you wasting my goddamn time. Now I'm fighting this shit for years, bitch. The fuck? I could have been in motherfucking wherever, and you up here goddamn playing.
That's what they do.
With my motherfucker dangling my life over my head like it's just fucking funny. That shit is annoying.
Oh, girl,
it's annoying. It's time consuming. It's money sucking. The fuck. This is too much. It's too much, and it's too many of these cases. Too many people that have the same story. Too many of us that have the same story, that are fighting the same fight. And too many of us is still saying, oh, it's been 15 years, it's been 10 years, it's been 5 years. Ain't nobody saying, oh yeah, I got that done in a week.
I wish.
Man. Now, so with all of this, you got you a lawyer now. Where do you see your case going now?
Well, I have to get a post-conviction done.
Mm-hmm.
So, I filed for one, but I guess because I was pro se, they didn't want to budge. So I got somebody for them now.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna handle it.
Okay.
So, as of yesterday, thank God.
Yeah. I'm definitely hopeful. Did we miss anything? Let me see. You said you paid off all your court costs.
Oh yeah, court costs is paid. I don't owe them nothing.
That's crazy. There's so many of us that still owe them. Because we like, fuck that. I'm not giving them nothing else. And then we end up in jail for that.
Yeah.
Wow. Everything is paid. You don't owe them nothing. Not a time, not a nothing. But they taking your time.
Taking my time. For a program that I have no ties to.
So what did the program have to say about that? Did they write something on your behalf? Can they write something? Can they give you a statement? Are they willing to write a statement on your behalf saying, this is made up. I know for a fact that she completed our program and then she got transferred to another program. It's no reason why she needs to be revoked.
I submitted 2 letters to the courts from the mental health court stating that I didn't mess up. When they filed the application to revoke on me, I think I filed a letter in August of 2015 that I was doing a great job in the female divergence program before they transferred me.
Now, did they say that somebody from the program referred it? They suggested for it to be revoked, or was it just the courts that just made that decision on their own?
Well, everybody playing dumb because when I pleaded in to the mental health program or the mental health program or the female divergence program, on their teams they got a mental health team, they got a female divergence team, which in 2017 I think they did away with the female divergence, so it was no longer. After I transferred from it, I think it stayed there another year, and they discontinued it. So they have teams, and then you have Department of Corrections, which is a probation officer that's on their team because you report to DOC. And then you have the court system, you have a DA, and then you have a public defender. And all those are all on that one team of the program. And
They all in cahoots.
Yeah, they all in cahoots. It's a buddy-buddy system.
Wow. And we just get sucked up into these type of things. And, she has the letters that she needs from the mental health program. So why in the fuck are they still doing this? Why is it, 9 years later that she's still fighting this? Why are so many of these cases like this happening? Why are so many prior convicted felons being fucked with in cases like the same that they were already on before, or something that'll be an easy case thrown on them? Why would you have to take your mom's crack pipe and razor or whatever for you to even get in a program? Why is that even?
It's crazy because they gave me 15 years for a crack pipe. They gave me 15 years for a razor. And I think they gave me
Was it a half a
year for
pound
something.
on the razor? I'm trying to figure out what was the razor. So, razor blade. Give her 15 for that too.
Either they gave me a year for the razor and they gave me 15 years for the residue and 15 years for the crack pipe. But yeah, they did. Let me make sure.
That is wild. Who gets 15 years for a crack pipe? I mean,
yeah,
I don't know anybody that. I know people that got caught with a crack pipe, but they only got 5 years for it.
Yeah, for the crack pipe they gave me 15 years. For the razor they gave me 15 years, and for the drug paraphernalia they gave me a year.
She got less for the drugs. That's wild. The system is corrupt. The system is fucked up. And until we get somebody that is going to keep on speaking, because it can't just be me. It can't just be you. It can't just be you. It got to be all of us. It got to be the way y'all shared that girl Janelle. Come on, share this Janelle over here.
You hear me?
What she be doing?
Period.
The fuck? See, y'all got the wrong Janelle viral. Y'all need to be focusing on a girl popping her pussy in front of y'all face and doing dangerous, all of that, when the system is dangerous. Just like y'all saying.
Yeah.
The system is damn sure dangerous. Okay? Y'all, this is beyond me of the things that y'all make go viral, the things that y'all are giving so much energy to. Y'all paying her $6K. What about $6K to people that need that's fighting cases? I know y'all see these GoFundMe's traveling around, people that lost their family, all type of shit. But y'all rather pay $6K for the... What the fuck? Nah, and no shade. Ain't that what they be saying now? No shade. No shade and no hate. You know what I'm saying? Because I love me a Janelle. But I know which Janelles need to be viral right now. And that wasn't one of them. This situation right here. When prison jail felon talk come out and y'all don't share it. And y'all sharing it, what she got over 8 million shares. This is the type of shit that needs to be shared and exposed.
The truth.
The truth. Y'all hate to expose the truth. Y'all hate it. Y'all hate to share the truth. Y'all hate to make the truth go viral. That shit is wild to me. It's wild. It's no reason why she should still be fighting the system for her freedom that she earned fair and square and on paper. But y'all can't show her on paper what exactly she got revoked for. If this ain't going viral, it's only because y'all do not give a fuck about what's happening in the system until it happens to you. Or somebody close to you. Nobody really gives a fuck.
No.
Doesn't bother them. It's just another person going through it with the system. It could be you, it could be your kids, it could be your nieces, your nephews. Your dog could even be facing a felony from biting a neighbor. What the fuck? But it doesn't bother y'all until it's y'all. Nobody gave a fuck in Tulsa when y'all was downtown and then whenever all of a sudden a stabbing happened and somebody got killed and it's somebody that you know, it's, oh my gosh, y'all, everybody's dying. People been dying. People been getting stabbed up and killed up there. It's been stuff like that going on, but y'all not sharing it and making it go viral until it happens to you. Y'all not making it an issue until it's an issue in your family or somebody close to you.
That's what I said about our news companies here. I've reached out to 25, 5, 9, also the Black Chronicle, and everybody tell me basically like, it's like they don't want to hear my story, but if I did something that'll put me behind bars or did something to somebody, they wouldn't mind blasting my face over the news or something.
But when it comes to trying to expose the system for what the fuck is happening and trying to, what do they call it, being a whistleblower, I don't give a fuck. Whatever you call it. No news station really want to touch it.
Yeah.
They don't want to touch it unless it's something that's gonna, nah. Y'all go for what y'all want to go for. Y'all pick and choose what y'all make go viral, and y'all pick and choose what y'all put on the news.
I'm like, let's make it go viral.
Yeah.
Let's make this go viral. Shit.
Yeah.
I completed a motherfucking program, and I should take the guidelines of it. And I didn't. They don't want to help me.
And nobody has been helping her. You hear how many years she's been fighting this? 9 fucking years. They out their goddamn mind. It's one thing to do your time and then have to get out and still have to do time. Do y'all know how that feels? Do you know how it feels to be fighting a case after you done went to prison? Fought a case, went to prison, got out, been doing good, and then all of a sudden you got to fight another case like you just, and then they treat you like you the enemy of the state. It don't matter what the fuck you did.
It sure don't matter.
It do not matter what the fuck you did. You are the enemy of the state to them. The goddamn, the world to them. Shit. That's how they would treat you. And if this doesn't bother you, it's because it hasn't happened to somebody close to you yet. Because it still can happen. Your life ain't over yet. Shit. And people, not for real. Shit happen to people every fucking day. It's so many motherfuckers that be like, I would never do that. And then all of a sudden they in prison for murdering somebody. After they just was talking shit about people for murder. You never know. Somebody probably touched you the wrong way and you was like, you know what? If somebody touched me, I'm going to stab it. And then you did. Shit happens.
Sure did.
To some of the most people, the most innocent people, the most random people, the most...
I know they be looking on that jailbird. They be seeing them old people on there, 70, 80 years
snapping.
old. People still be doing stuff.
Yeah.
All ages.
Yeah. So don't get it twisted. Don't think that... And then I hate when I hear somebody say, now you too old to be... Too old to be what? Getting mad? And reacting? What the fuck? We react sometimes certain ways that sometimes people push out certain things. Like when it comes to the system, I get angry. I be wanting to yell. Sometimes I will yell.
Ooh, I be bad talking to them people. I be having to count to 10.
Yeah, because they talk to you any type of fucking way. You get in there and you like, hey, you know, I have this. What you need? Like, what? I'm talking to you respectfully. I'm just trying to show you that you guys are in the wrong. We're not in the wrong. You need to just get you a lawyer. Get out of our face. And they do whatever they want, talk to you however you want. And guess what? If you talk to them however you want, that's either another charge. They gonna fuck with you. They gonna raid you. They gonna do something. They'll even throw you in jail, hide you for a week, and then let you out with no charges, just to show you that they can do it. That's what we need to be making go viral. What the fuck is happening with this corrupt ass fucking system?
Yep, it's lying.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to share before we go?
No, not really. No. I appreciate you having me on today.
Yes. No, I appreciate you for coming and sharing. Seriously. There's too many of these stories that's going around like this. It's too many of you that's out here right now. Too many of me that's out here right now that's going through this. And it's not getting it's not getting talked about enough. It's not getting pushed enough to me. And any time that I can help somebody, shit, if you gotta come on this bitch 5-6 times to talk about it, we gonna do it. We gonna fucking do it. Because it needs to be talked about.
The key word is talking about it. You have to tell somebody your story. Because everybody has a story. You know, you have to tell your story in order for people to understand what done happened to you, how it happened to you, why it happened to you, and when it happened.
And even if you looking at paper like, oh, this look like just some regular case. No. You don't know what these people is doing to these people. You don't know what these people is doing to her. Well, now you know. Now you know. Now you need to share. Now we need to get this shit the fuck talked about. Every time. It's no reason why somebody should be out of prison and doing everything they can to be the good stand-up citizen that you want us to be. And then when we are, you still get to choose to do whatever the fuck you want to us. And because we want our freedom, we're going to fight. Because we want our freedom, we're going to pay.
And it be like that. But at the end of the day, I have 4 LLCs.
Facts.
I work a full-time job during the daytime. So
Can we hear a little bit about your LLCs? What all do you do?
I have a transport service that I got back in 2020 when COVID came. I was taking elderly people to the grocery store, helping them out. And then I got a t-shirt business, Top Notch Graphics. T-shirt business. I'm also a mobile notary. Shout out to my mental health program. I got my mobile notary. I've been having that for 5 years.
Period.
With that, I have a passport.
Yeah.
And I have a cleaning business. I've been having a cleaning business. Touch of Love Janitorial Service. Shout out to me if you need your house clean.
Period.
Any commercial, anything, I'm here.
Now, how can they reach you for your businesses? Do they each have a different number, or is there a number you can shout out?
My phone number is 405-819-9790.
And also make sure you come back and tag your businesses in the comments.
Yeah, I do houses. Right now I have 5 businesses that I do clean in the evening time of my own. But I can get anybody in when it comes talking about money. I clean Airbnbs. Yeah, I do all that.
Facts.
All type of cleaning. So yeah.
There's a 16-bedroom right across the street.
Yeah, hit your girl up.
Facts. Y'all make sure that you tap in. Follow my guest on all social media. Her information will be in the description. Go back, read the description. If you missed something, all you gotta do is go back and rewatch The Couch. This is the 4th season. I think today is episode 70. Yeah, today's episode 70, if I'm not mistaken. So you got some stuff to catch up on, but definitely make sure that you go back, rewatch this video, share the live, and when I make the reel, make sure that you share the reel, because guess what? The only way that this is gonna get out is if you put it out. It's the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. This whole week is prison jail felon talk, so you will be hearing about it this whole week. If you don't want to hear it, you already know what you can do.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm just saying. Love y'all.